Welcome back to the Calm Mind channel. Today, we're going to embark on a journey that is deeply personal and transformative. We're going to talk about spirituality and the path it entails. Spirituality is a journey of self-discovery, of finding our purpose, and of connecting with something greater than ourselves. It's a journey that each one of us embarks on in our own unique way. But there's one aspect of this journey that often gets overlooked, and that's the concept of solitude. Many people associate solitude with loneliness, but in reality, it's far from that. Solitude is about being alone without feeling lonely. It's about finding peace and tranquility within ourselves, and it's an essential part of our spiritual journey. In today's video, we're going to delve deep into the power of solitude. We'll explore why it's necessary, how it benefits us, and how we can embrace it in our spiritual journey. So, let's get started. Understanding solitude. Let's start by understanding what solitude really means. Solitude, by definition, is the state of being alone. But it's not just about physical isolation. It's about creating a space for ourselves, away from the noise and distractions of the world. Now, it's important to clear up a common misconception about solitude. Many people equate solitude with loneliness, but they are not the same. Loneliness is a feeling of sadness or distress about being alone, while solitude is a state of being alone without feeling lonely. In solitude, we find peace, tranquility, and a chance to connect with our inner selves. Understanding this difference is crucial because it helps us see solitude not as something to be feared or avoided, but as a valuable opportunity for growth and self-discovery. So, let's delve deeper into how solitude plays a role in our spiritual journey. The role of solitude in spirituality. Now that we understand what solitude is, let's explore its role in our spiritual journey. Solitude plays a crucial role in self-discovery. When we're alone, we have the opportunity to listen to our inner voice, to reflect on our thoughts and feelings, and to gain a deeper understanding of who we are. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often get caught up in external noise. We're constantly bombarded with information, demands, and distractions. But in solitude, we can tune out this noise and tune into our inner selves. This quiet introspection can help us understand our purpose and direction in life. It can help us make sense of our experiences, our desires, and our values. In essence, solitude gives us the space and the silence we need to connect with our spiritual selves. It allows us to explore our inner world, to reflect on our life's journey, and to grow as individuals. And that's why it's such a vital part of our spiritual journey. The benefits of solitude in spiritual journey. Now that we've explored the role of solitude in spirituality, let's delve into the benefits it brings to our spiritual journey. Firstly, solitude has numerous mental benefits. It allows us to clear our minds, reduce stress, and improve our focus and concentration. It gives us the space to think deeply and creatively. Emotionally, solitude can be incredibly healing. It gives us the opportunity to process our feelings, to heal from past hurts, and to cultivate emotional resilience. It allows us to develop a deeper understanding of our emotions and how they impact our lives. And of course, the spiritual benefits of solitude are profound. Solitude allows us to connect with our inner selves, to explore our beliefs and values, and to grow in our spiritual journey. It gives us the space to reflect, to meditate, and to pray. In essence, solitude can be a powerful tool for personal and spiritual growth. It can help us become more self-aware, more emotionally balanced, and more spiritually connected. And that's why it's such an essential part of our spiritual journey. Real-life examples and case studies. To further illustrate the power of solitude in our spiritual journey, let's look at some real-life examples and case studies. Consider the story of Sarah, a corporate executive who felt lost and disconnected from her true self. She decided to take a week-long retreat in solitude, away from the demands of her job and the distractions of city life. During her time alone, Sarah was able to reflect on her life, her values, and her goals. She reconnected with her spiritual self and returned from her retreat with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. And it's not just individuals who recognize the power of solitude. Various spiritual practices and traditions emphasize the importance of spending time alone. From the silent meditation retreats of Buddhism to the hermitage practices of Christian monasticism, solitude is seen as a vital tool for spiritual growth and enlightenment. These examples show us that solitude can be a powerful catalyst for personal and spiritual transformation. It's a space where we can reconnect with our inner selves, reflect on our life's journey, and grow as individuals. Practical tips on embracing solitude. Now that we understand the importance and benefits of solitude in our spiritual journey, let's discuss some practical tips on how to embrace it. Firstly, start small. You don't need to go on a week-long retreat to experience the benefits of solitude. Even a few minutes of quiet time each day can make a difference. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. It could be a room in your home, a spot in your garden, or even a park nearby. Make this your solitude space. Use this space to meditate, to journal, to pray, or simply to sit quietly and reflect. Make it a regular part of your routine. It's also important to be patient with yourself. Embracing solitude can be challenging, especially if you're used to being constantly connected and busy. But remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Finally, remember that solitude is a time for self-care. Use this time to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Read a book, listen to calming music, practice yoga or meditation, or simply enjoy the silence. By incorporating these tips into your life, you can start to embrace the power of solitude and reap its benefits in your spiritual journey. Conclusion. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. We've explored the concept of solitude, its role in spirituality, and the benefits it can bring to our spiritual journey. We've heard inspiring real-life examples and case studies, and we've shared practical tips on how to embrace solitude. In conclusion, solitude is not about isolation or loneliness. It's about finding a quiet space within ourselves where we can connect with our innermost thoughts and feelings, and ultimately, with the divine. It's about learning to be comfortable in our own company, and using that time for reflection, introspection, and spiritual growth. Remember, solitude is a personal journey. It's not about how much time you spend alone, but about the quality of that time. It's about being present, being mindful, and being open to the spiritual insights that can come from quiet contemplation. So, I encourage you all to embrace solitude in your spiritual journey. Take some time each day to be alone with your thoughts, to meditate, to pray, or simply to be. You may be surprised at the depth of insight and the sense of peace that can come from these moments of solitude. Thank you for watching, and may your journey of solitude bring you closer to your spiritual self.